Unfortunately, in this age, everything is mismanaged. People forget the aim of life, and at such time, the Supreme Lord Himself comes. The Supreme Lord descends out His compassion because He is more anxious to have us return home back to Godhead than we are to go. Because we are in ignorance, we do not know anything about the kingdom of God. We know nothing about how to get there or how to become happy. We have forgotten all this. Therefore, Krishna comes at in uh, therefore Krishna comes at interval or send his representative, the pure devotee. Sometimes he comes personally, and sometimes he sent his incarnation. Kapiladeva is an incarnation of the Supreme Person, Krishna. Therefore, it is stated, Kapila Tattva Sanhyata Bhagavan Atma Mayaya. The word Maya means not only illusion, but also affection and energy. When Krishna comes, all these energies is come. It is not that he is forced to come. We have to accept certain type of body. We have to accept certain type of the body because we are forced to do so. But this is not the case of with Sri Krishna. Presently, I may have a human form, but in the future I cannot demand a human form. We receive bodies in this is we receive bodies in the next life according to karma, not will. One cannot demand to be a high court judge unless one has been educated for the job. First of all, one must become qualified. If one qualified himself, one may become a devata, a demigod like Indra or Chandra, or one can become a dog or cat. What happened? That depend. That depend on the karma or activities. Karmana Daiva Netrina. When Krishna or his incarnation come, they do not depend on karma of their bodies. The Supreme Lord is above karma depend. When Krishna or his incarnation come, they do not depend on karma of their bodies. The Supreme Lord is above karma and is fully independent. It is therefore said Atma Maya. The Supreme Lord comes by his own energy, not by the external energy or by force. When the governor visits the prison, he is not forced to do so. He is not to be he is not to be considered. He is not to be considered and condemned person. Rather, he goes by his own good will just to see how things are going on. However, it is understood that when an ordinary person is placed in jail, he is sent there by force because he has been proved criminal. A criminal may think that he and the governor are one, just as rascal and fools think that Krishna is one of them. Avajananti mamutha manisham manusham tanum ashrita. A knowledgeable person uh, knows that when Krishna or his incarnation descends upon the material world, the Supreme Lord maintains his transcendental position. He is not an ordinary man. He is not an ordinary man, nor is he forced into the material world due to karma. The Supreme Lord comes by his own good will. Param bhavam ajan, ajanantah. Rascals cannot understand that Krishna is. Rascal cannot understand what Krishna is. Therefore, they think that Krishna is human being. Uh, as Krishna, as Krishna himself states in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasrashnu kashchit yatati sithaye yatatam api sudhanam kashin mam veti tatvataha. Out of many thousand among men, one may endeavor for perfection. Out of many thousand among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who are achieved perfection. Out of many thousand among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one know me in truth. Out of many thousand among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and who have achieved perfection, hardly one know me in truth. Understanding Krishna is therefore not so easy. Understanding Krishna is therefore not so easy. As stated by Krishna, out of many thousand, one person may become a siddha, a self-realized being, and out of many siddhas, one may be able to understand Krishna. It is our great fortune that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Krishna himself has appeared and given us a very easy process by which we can understand Krishna. What is that process? We need only hear about Krishna. That's all. We have therefore opened all these centers of Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Shravanam Sva Katha Krishna. Shravanam Sva Katha Krishna. Punya Shravanam. Shravanam Sva Katha Krishna. Punya Shravanam Kirtana. Хриди антах стхо боху адха. Хриди антах стхо хи абхадрани. Хриди антах стхо хи ху абхадрани. Хи абхадрани. Vidhunoti Suhrit Satam. Shri Krishna is the personality of Godhead. Shri Krishna is personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleans desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his message, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. If we hear about Krishna, we become purified. If we hear about Krishna, we become purified. Hearing about Krishna means association with Krishna. In this way, we may perfect our lives. Shri Krishna is Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee. Cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the here message which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. If we hear about Krishna, we become purified. Hearing about Krishna means association with Krishna. In this way, we may perfect our lives. In Bhagavad Gita, there is no one who knows more than the Lord Himself. No one is more worshipable or more mature a yogi than he. He is therefore the master of the Vedas, and to hear about him always is actual pleasure of the senses. There is no one who Sonaka continued. There is no one who knows more than the Lord Himself. No one is more worshipable or more mature a yogi than he. He is therefore the master. He is therefore the master of the Vedas, and hear about and to hear about him always is actual pleasure of the senses. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that no one can be equal to greater than. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that no one can be to equal to or greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is confirmed in the Vedas also. Ekabahunam Veda Kaman. He is the supreme living entity and is supplying the necessities of all other living entities. Thus, all other living entities, both Vishnu Tattva and Jiva Tattva, are subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The same concept is confirmed here. Nahyasya Varshana Pumsa. Among living entities, no one can surpass the Supreme Person, because no one richer, more famous, stronger, or more beautiful, wiser, or more renounced than he.